Today's ES and NQ recap is another clean example of bulls staying in control. Both markets sold off early, but an ABCD move off of the lows of the day finished both markets near the highs of the day. So let's break this down, the structure, the pullback, and let's see what's kept the uptrend intact. That's going on 3 weeks now. Starting here for the S&P 500, you see when the market open right here, I will just draw a line here to show that's the high of the open right there. We had a push down right here. Now, I was still looking at this previous day's semaphore right here. It did not get broken, so it still is in play for an ABCD move. It's just a real ugly one right now. You see the top still didn't go up here and get hit for it, so still is in play. But what really happened today was when it looked like this was going to be, this one up here was going to be the one pushing it down, the inflection point ended up being, well, you can see going in from yesterday, we had ABCD moves just going all the way down till we got right here. And then the inflection point was right here, right at the 0.585 level right here. That was the battleground going on between the bears and the bulls. It looked like this could have become an ABCD move down, and finally the bears would have gained some momentum, but the bulls took it back because going the opposite way, starting from down here, we can see it right there. It went down to 585 the other way around there as well and went up and hit the target. So once it did that, it set it off that now it was taking out the shorts from that high over there. And well, actually didn't take out that high yet, but getting very close. But what it did was it took over the high of the day right there. So switched the bias from a down day to a positive day once we got here at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. And yeah, so that was the day today. The bulls trying to, or the bears trying to figure one out. The bulls took it over, and right when it also hit the previous low of the day, low extension of the day, it's the previous day's 100% to the 146% area right here. That was it. That just took it off, and it's ended on an up day. Real quick, want to show. Look at this. It's still, the bulls are still squarely in control right here, going down all the way right there to right there. Look at that. They are just bouncing off the bottom of the trend channel right there and going on up. Then let's look at the ABCD move. So there was one trade I missed it. Unfortunately, I was waiting for the computer. That was really nice. Down right here. Well, it did come back to 585, but before it, it already hit the 38.2 and hit 23.6. So that one said it done. So then what we're looking for now is continuing to move it up. Right now it's on the 23.6. So if this holds and it goes up to the 1.46 extension area, the target right there, it's showing us that the bulls are squarely in control right now. When you get retracement, that's shallow back to the 23.6. Of course, we'll have to see what the next day holds once assuming it gets up into that area, but no reason to believe that it won't get up there since it's been the bulls in control going on 3 weeks now. Probably the best trade for this setup was this one right here, going for the shorts, going up to, you see it went past 23.6, past the 38, all the way up to 58.5, pretty close to 61.8 actually, and went down and hit the 0.447 for the exit for that one right there. So that was the best trade of the day right there. There are some other setups I have to look for right now. One of them I have been working on. It is a, I don't know, reverse semaphore trade. So what you do when it's an uptrend market, you take two connecting semaphores right there. They have to be going back into the left, meaning going up, so it has to go to the left and up right there. And then what you look for is the first entry is this line right here. It's the 161.8 Fibonacci extension level. Exit is right here, the yellow line, which is 1.146. If the price goes up the 200% line, exit moves to the green line, and if the price goes all the way up to the 300% line up here, the exit moves to the purple line. I've been looking at this a lot. It has worked every time I've looked at it. So those are the extension levels I'm looking for. It's one thing I'm going to be adding to my trade right now. And then one other thing I've been noticing as well, so I put these little boxes right here, because one thing I've noticed is when you take the 3 bars off of the low from a move right here, where you have a semaphore painting that there is a pivot point right there, because that's what the semaphores do. So you take the 3 next bars, so 1, 2, 3, I draw a box on them right here, and then I'll just extend it out. So the one I look for out there is after it makes an ABCD move, so there's the A, B, C right down there, and D. Oh, let me change this to the correct Fibonacci, hit the target right up there. Then what I look for is I look for the price to eventually come back and hit the top of this box. When it does that, the initial exit I'm looking for is the 1.414 level right up here. But if price comes all the way down, hits the 76.4, I get in right there, and the exit moves up to the top of the box right there. So been using this one as well. So that's why these boxes I'm starting to draw right here to signify that I need to look for the return to it. Because like look at this one right here. So here's one using this one. So here's the top 3 boxes right there. We had, so I'll just draw that little box. Then we look for the retracement. Here was the first retracement right back down there. You can see that hit the 1.14, came back and hit the 1.14, so that's good. So then we just keep on drawing the Fibonacci retracement down as we are doing more of these, and we keep on. So far it's been showing that you've been able to keep repeating the trade as long as it goes down and makes a new low and then comes back up and hits the box for it. So we hit the target right down there, came up, hit the box again in the 1 to 1.14, so we'll just keep on drawing it lower. There you go, hit the target right there. We'll draw the box over it. In fact, I need to make it red to signal to me that it is a short trade. And yeah, so there we hit it down there. So now we just wait for the retracement. There's the retracement right here. And you can see it hit it, but it did not go right down, hit the 1.14. So that's all right, we're still in it. Never the 76.4, so we'd still be in that entry right here. And then it waffled around, had a big bar right when it opened right now, and then look at that, went down and hit it right there. So that is how that works. I really like that trade setup and how it's working right now. I've looked at it a bunch, a lot of back testing. I've started trading with it so far. So another tool to add the arsenal. So right now we have 3 tools. Obviously the ABCD move, where we look for the rules from the Fibonacci retracement levels. We have the 3-bar trade right there using the ABCD move. And then we have the reverse semaphore trade. And if we're looking to go long on the reverse semaphore trade, what we do is we take the two connecting semaphores, low semaphores, right there and right there. And they have to be going back down into the left, while the other ones, if it's going an uptrend, it has to go up into the left. Switch it over, and the same rules apply as far as entries and exits for it. So getting a nice little repertoire right here of trades to look for. Going over to the NASDAQ right here, and you can see here's one right here. Here's how it worked. So here's 2 connecting semaphores right here. You can have an orange and a red, because to get a red, that's the strongest semaphore, and it takes an orange to get a red. So within a red there is an orange. So you can go red to red. So would there be 2 higher reds in a row? I don't see any at the moment, so not worried about it. Plenty of oranges, so you can go orange to red or orange to orange, but you can only go red to red for it. Or no, excuse me, you can't go red to red. You can go red to red for it for the next 2. So anyways, so we have orange to red right there, and so we draw it. There we go, hit the 1.618, and then opened up and hit right down at the 1.146. So that's how that trade works right there. So today the NQ is pretty much the same as the NASDAQ. It opened down low, opened down lower right here. Here was the opening candle right there. So going down, the trades to look for were the retracement trades right there, and similar to the NASDAQ, went a little bit higher than the 58.585. You don't have to get in at the 78.6. The earliest I get in for this trade is the 0.585. Next it is the 0.447 right there. You can get in at the 76.4. You don't have to, because the next entrance I would get in is the 1.146, because after the other day when it shook me out, after I started looking at it some more, it is a valid setup the way I do like to trade it, so I will start staying in it. So the first I get in 585, next one is 1.146, and when you get in that 1.146, if it goes up there and hits that before hitting one of these exits down here, then the exit moves to the 764. So still, you'd get a decent profit, almost 2-to-1 profit for it. And if you get even more, if you use two contracts here and 1 contract right here, you can get in another contract right there, because the exit still remains at the 447 from the 764 level. But that's how it works out. I don't get in at the 23.6, looking for going down to 1.146, and I don't right now get that 38%, looking to go to a 23.6. Maybe later on I will, when I start doing more multiple contracts at higher levels right here, like one here, let's see, one here, and then like one there, one another right there, and then probably at least two right here, maybe three. But anyways, so the easy trade today was when it hit the 585, because you can see it just went through all these right here, went up a little bit, but then came back down and hit right there. So that trade was said and done. And this is again the battleground right here, and just like the SP 500, because then, oops, because then when we're going up right here, let's see, let's make sure something, yeah, okay. Here we're going up right here. This one went all the way down right off. Well, I guess this one worked out because it hit down to 30%, hit the 23.6, then it came down here, hit right off the 585. And the reason why I use the 585 rather than the 61.8 is because I noticed a lot of times price would get very close to the 61.8 level. Like, I'll put it on here and show you real quick. You get very close to it, but you see that? Didn't quite touch it. So really these are zones that we're looking for, and the reason why I use the 585 over the 61.8, because that's enough for the early part of the zone compared to the 61.8 to get in trades right there. And the reason why I use the 447 compared to the 50% is the same reason why, because a lot of times I saw price get close to the get close to the 50% level, like today hit there perfectly for that one right there, but not quite reach it for some things. So just in all my testing, that's the reason why I use those two rather than the 618 and the 54. But anyways, price came down, hit it, made the ABCD move, so then we just keep on drawing it up. Here's the next move right here, using that swing low right there. Then obviously once the price broke this line right here, that was the opening, or sorry, here was the previous high of it right there. Once it broke that right there, then we switched the bias to the upside from the downside for the day. And then we just had another measured move where the bulls are squarely in control. You see it comes down to the 23.6, then we hit the 30.2, goes up there, hits a target right there. So we draw another one right here, and again, look at this, squarely in control, hits a 23.6. It hasn't quite hit this one up here. We'll see if it will go up there and hit eventually. Hasn't quite. The stopping for the day was the previous day's extension level, the red box right here that stopped it for today. So just like the ES NQ, came down close to the low extension of the day, didn't quite reach it, went to the high of the day, hasn't quite made this ABC move yet. So we'll see if it does go up there and hit it. And let's see here, there was, oh yeah, so there is one I'm looking for there. So there's one right here, 2, 3, move this over there. So we have, there's 3 candles. We look for the first pullback. Here's the first pullback right there. Hit up the target. So it hasn't come back and hit the top of this box right here. So that's still a valid box to get in long if it hits right there. I probably won't get in long initially if it gets in right there, just because the NASDAQ, it can go a lot more lower. Like if you say you try to get in right there, and then look, if this goes all the way against you down here, you know that's $300 loss right there. And or not a loss, but against you, and then the main target would be up here about $130-ish, so get out a little bit early for it. So that'd be the initial one, but I'll probably wait. Hopefully it gets in closer, like down here, because this would be a lot more easier of a trade, because once it's 76, then you take the exit right up there. So hopefully it comes all the way down here without going down and hitting the top of that box, or in anywhere within that box and coming up to 1.14. Hopefully it would just keep on going down, hit the 76.4, get in right there, and then the exit moves to right there, the top of the box right there. So that's how that would try to work out. Of course, it can go lower, and actually you can get in instead of the 76 down here at the bottom of the area. It's just, I've seen it several times where price will come down to the box right here, get you to a real good area, and then just go right up here and be done with this. So I figured that's good enough for government work. We'll consider that one to be done rather than waiting for the bottom of it. So that is one of the main setups I'm looking to go into tomorrow. Then the main, I mean, we have a lot of ABCD moves to be looking at right here. Like, look at this one right here. Price has not, I repeat, has not gone from the 38 or any of these to 23.6. So this is a live trade here right now. Maybe I'll get in at the 58, but for the NASDAQ, I like getting at the 76.4. So actually, you know what, we'll just go ahead and create one right there. There would be the X right there. And the reason why is because the price, it does for some reason continue to go on down, just bust through it and hits the 1.146. that is in my next entry level, and then the exit moves to the 76.4. So you could get in right here. I mean, it probably will go up and hit that, who knows. But if it doesn't, then you just get better where your only exit for the second one right here. I get in a little bit earlier for it. Exit moves up to 76. So you lose slightly just for the from that first contract, which would be just for the what's it called? The what it costs you for the trades. I don't know. I can't think right now. Goodness gracious. For it, the fees for trading for it. So that's basically all you lose for it right there. So that's how I like to do that. That's how I like to do that one. But so yeah, that's a good one. You also have obviously this trade down here. You can use this one right here as well. This is a valid one. So here's one right here. It's going off the 23.6. And then of course, even from today, you can use this one down here, but I don't think this one will be hitting anyone right now. Yeah, it's not even hitting the 23.6 right up there right now. So nothing going on there. But these are two main ones looking at right here. Oh, and then you have this one all the way down here where I'm looking to get into, assuming it gets hit. And then if you do go look at this right here, go on the opposite right here. So here are the 1, 2, 3. So we just draw that. Oops, where's the box at? Here's the box. There to there. Change it to red to make sure. No, it's a short. So here we go right here. Where's the break of it? There's the break. There's the first pullback up to 76.4 down to the target right there. So it is a live short as there as well. When price comes up to this box, short it right there, and then take it to the 1.414, second entry 76.4, exit is down here to that box. So that is a live one right there. But as you see, markets are selling off right here. Just open up for the next day. Markets are going down right now. Oh wow, but just check Bitcoin. Bitcoin's getting destroyed. It's down to 66K. Goodness gracious, it was 75K just a week ago. Wow. Okay, well anyways, that's it for today. So the ES and NQ both recovered from the early weakness, completed strong. ABCD moves are still doing their bullish structure. Love seeing these pullbacks just get right back into the money right here and go back up, give us good movement. So subscribe for daily future recaps focused on structure, pullbacks, and discipline execution.